So let's talk about the if statement. What conditions do I need to have here? You know, I've done something really similar to this. Go ahead, Cole.
You have the if, and then you have the parameters.
All right, so before we do that, talk to me. Yes, absolutely, but talk to me first about what it's asking for.
Basically,
So I have 3 values, right? I have 3 Boolean values. What are they?
Absent, sick, and field trip.
Absent, sick, and field trip, right? All right. So what do I need to do with this? I need to say, so we're gonna put this together, and I wanna execute the code. And notice I didn't even give you code to execute. I just wanted you to write the if statement, right? So when will the code execute?
If absent and true, either sick or field trip is true.
Okay, so let's walk through it. So the if statement is similar, right, to the for loop in that you're going to have a declaration of like what kind of loop or what kind of block of code this is going to be. In this case, it's going to be an if statement, and then this is going to be my condition, right? So this will run. The block of code will run when this condition is true, right? Okay, so what do I need to put in this to make sure that this is going to run?
If absent is true.
Okay, so if absent, so now here's the thing. How many of you guys are doing this? How many of you are writing that? Okay, remember that absent is already a true or false value, right? So it already holds true or false. Do what?
So like, if you hadn't put the Boolean absent, sick, and field trip above, would that not be like we can just say absent because that was already established?
Correct.
Okay.
Right, because these are already Boolean variables,
Okay.
right?
I thought you just used 1 equals sign.
No, that is if you're saying x equals 1, right? This is a when you're setting a value, it's 1 equal sign. 2 equal sign is for an arithmetic comparison. Okay?
Mr. Guys, do you have a tissue?
Yes, actually I do. I got new tissue up here.
Okay, thank you.
So I can say this. This is correct, right? This will run. Do you see the boxes right there?
Oh.
Nope. Down.
Oh.
Denise, look where I'm pointing.
Oh.
Right here.
Just look at mine.
Oh.
There you go.
My name. Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm doing this, listen everybody. If I'm saying if absent equals true, this is basically saying if true is true, right? So if absent, I don't need to have the equals true, right? Because what's in the absent variable? Either true or false. So instead of saying if absent equals true, I can just say if absent, right? Okay? Now, let's finish this up. If absent, right?
Then you do and.
So I need 2 ampersands, right? And then what?
Make a new
Parenthesis.
parentheses. And then sick. Then you do 2 vertical.
Or
field trip. And then 2 post.
right? Do y'all see how that works? Yeah.
Okay, I didn't really understand. I was trying to do like my own like loops over the morning or something like that, but like I didn't really know how to do
Just got some coffee grounds. It's very uncomfortable, very unpleasant. Go ahead, I'm listening still.
I didn't really know how to do the or. I know it was like the 2 lines, but like I didn't know how to do like a number or another number for like one of the loops.
Yeah, so y'all do this a lot. Y'all want to do this a lot. You want to come in and you want to go if absent. Let's pretend that this is a number, right? So let's say if x equals 1 or 2 or 3,
Yeah, that's what
right? You can't do that. Every single one of those has to be a full comparison. So you have to say if x equals 1 or x equals 2 or x equals 3, right? So you have to have full statements.
Mr. Kent, is there a more efficient way to do this, or you have to do it this way?
I guess I don't know exactly what you mean.
So like for the if statement that you put just now, it is like you said that like x equals 1, 2, or 3, and just put x like right of x.
You could do it with 2 conditions with the less than or greater than, and to put it in a range.
Because can we just do that instead? We put x equals 1 and then.
Well, it would depend on what
Okay,
what you're evaluating, right? But yeah, you could do it. Always try to do it the most efficient way possible. Yeah.
Wait, so the only reason we don't have to say it's true is because Boolean, does that mean true again? Is that what it is?
So Boolean is either true or false.
Oh, it's either true or false? Wait, so then how do we know it's true? Because
We don't know if it's true, but that code is only supposed to run if it is
it's
true,
Okay.
right? So this is saying if absent was false, this code wouldn't run,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I know that like absent is a condition.
Right?
What would sick and field trip be?
These are conditions too. This is true or false,
Okay.
right? Because up here, I've declared them
Okay.
as Booleans.
So like how like the framework of a for statement, you have the initial value, the condition, and the iteration.
Mhm.
What is it for this?
The framework for this is super simple, right? So the framework for a if statement is literally if there's a condition that you evaluate,
Okay.
right? Now that might be multiple conditions,
Which is how it is in this one.
right? Okay, and in fact those are nested conditions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and like, yeah.
Say that again.
Would you have to do like the return true or return false?
So remember, returns, that's it. Here, listen everybody, because this is something people miss all the time. Returns, you only need to include a return in a method that has a return type, right? So in this, I'm just asking you for that one block of code so you can assume you don't need it yet, right? So return is only for a method, okay? Kyler, when do you use returns?
Only for a method.
Correct. Well done. Okay? All right, y'all with me? Questions about the if statement? Now, I did not give you this on this one, but you can certainly expect it on the next. What is the difference between an if and an else if?
Else if runs if the if isn't met, right?
Right.
Initial if.
And then you continue else if until the final statement, and then you put else, if I remember correctly.
So,
You don't need a condition for else if, it just runs.
well, you need one for else if, because I'm setting another condition, right?
Oh yeah.
So you could have done that here, right?
Yeah.
If you were uncomfortable with the nested conditions, right, you could have always said if sick and absent, right?
It's not or.
My fault. Get mixed up with the ampersands. Oh, I can't do it. I can't stomach it. I gotta change it.
Like, doesn't like the Webmo Bamboo tablets, if you put it onto the inside of the eraser, you can just do that.
Stop.
On top.
What, Denise?
The eraser, like the pen of the tablets, usually, like on one end they have an eraser.
I am aware of that. Not on this one.
Oh.
I know. I'm disappointed. I wish this was there. Okay. So then else if here. What do I got? I could do if sick and absent. Else if sick. No, and field trip.
Wait, that's or though that time, right?
That's
These are ands.
No, I thought it was.
Don't you have to do another else if for the absent and field trip?
Well, it was. Oh yeah. This should have been. Yeah. Now I just reversed those, but it should have been absent, right?
Okay.
Okay, good catch. All right.
So what's the difference between else if and
So else if means this condition. excuse me, it's going to check this condition first. If this condition is valid, if it returns true or doesn't return true, if this is true, this code will execute. Okay? If this is false, then it will check the else if to see if it's true. If this is true, then it'll run.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, so
And so if the first one is true, then it just doesn't do the second one.
Correct.
can you not have an else if without an if?
No, you have an if comes first. Because
Okay, so like I can't have an else if statement without having an if statement.
correct.
But I can have an if statement without an else if.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right? So, and if you think about like actually what you're saying, you can't say else unless there's a first condition, right? A first thing. You know?
Yeah.
When your parents say do this or else, right? There has to be the first condition before they kill you. Right? They have to give you the option of doing the chore or, you know, stop talking back or whatever before they, you know. Right? Now, what is the else condition? What happens here?
You don't need a parameter.
Yeah, in fact, if you put a parameter, it'll throw an error, right? Because you're not, else means if any other condition exists.
Then do something else.
So if you are not sick and absent, or if you're not absent and field trip, then else, if neither of those conditions exist, this code would execute.
But isn't this a very roundabout way of doing things that goes against object-oriented programming?
No, because this would be inside a method, and all the time inside methods or inside programming, every program is a linear program at some point, right? And so we need to know this. I need to know, are you an expert, you know, at this game, or you know, if this is a recipe
So if you
program,
truly
like if you
understand
don't have eggs, then use, you know, egg beaters, right? Or and then if you don't have that, go to the store or whatever, right? Okay? Okay. Questions? No? Okay.
Wait, is the quiz tomorrow or Monday? Monday?
Lunes.
I'm Cole. Are you like purposefully being mean? Or you?
He always. I don't listen to him.
Okay. Yeah, it's tomorrow. No, I'm kidding. It's Monday.
Okay.
Wasn't that funny?
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit. Like not like, you know, guffaw funny, but like chuckle. Oh,